Hi Damcad, this is Michael Kerr from Canada. I've been watching your stuff because I also follow Fever I Am here. Um, so I popped in watching some of your stuff and I'm asking myself this question. If you're looking for dehydrated foods and things like that this late in the game, it's going to be a large ouch as far as the pocketbook is concerned. Apparently, there's been a major shortage going on with dehydrated food, and the prices have gone through the roof. On top of that, shipping has gone way, way up. So, with all those concerns, there's a bunch of people who are getting the information essentially at the last moment. Um, I don't want to say that it's too late. I don't want to ever say that it's too late, but it's fairly late in the game to be just buying your food prep now. Um, there's got to be some way that you can learn to create food somewhere in Alaska that would enable you to survive on it. I don't know what else. I don't know what the solution is. I happen to be really, really lucky to live in an area that's surrounded by water, is relatively warm for Canada, and it happens to be surrounded by the best farmland in the world. So I'm in the best place that you can be as far as growing your own food. Um, I don't know what to tell some people when they've asked me, what should I store up and how should I store it and things like that. I get those questions all the time. And for me, I can basically say, get as much as you can. And remember, with dehydrated, you're still going to have some water to go along with it. If you can't get the dehydrated stuff, then go strictly the cans. Because even with canned vegetables and whatnot, there's some liquids in there that are still safe, no matter what. Unless, of course, the can is bulging and it's a bad can and, it's years old or whatever. So canned versus dry food at this moment, the canned food would be more available. So that's why I would strongly go to that. I dry my own food and I dry my own herbs and whatnot. So when I look at the prices for the dehydrated stuff, I go, ouch! I mean, this is really, really expensive stuff. And it doesn't do it yourself. You're laughing. Of course, I don't dehydrate everything. If I see a sale on something that's dehydrated, I'll buy it up because my time is worth money too. And my time to sit there and slice up, say, old bananas to dry them out or whatever, when I can grab a bag or 2 or 3 bags when it's on sale. It's 6 of one, half dozen the other. I have limited space for drying, so I have to prioritize by how things are coming to me in the raw state. If it's herbs, some of it I can dry right on the stalk or on the vine or whatever. Same with tomatoes. They can be dried directly. There's a bunch of things that can be done with all kinds of fruits and vegetables to lower their water content and make them more able to be used and stored for a long time. But I don't have the facilities or the time to go into great details about that right now. You were talking about what happens if the electricity goes down. Well, I'm somewhat prepared, a little bit prepared. I'm an electronic technician, so I know how to hook things up electronically, and I know a little bit about electricity and whatnot. And with just a few solar panels and a battery charger and a proper input, I'd be able to keep a couple of batteries charged up, and I do. And I have 3 different classes of inverter, depending on what it is I'm trying to start up. But if I'm in a total electrical breakdown, I would be hooking up the as many of the solar panels as I can get, and I'd be running them directly, and I'd be able to run my laptop and a couple other items and get by okay with just that, as long as the phone lines don't go down. They're on kind of a different system, so if I can keep these things alive electrically and the phone lines are still good, I should still be able to have some sort of internet connection, even if it's just the usual modem. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with that? If I had the space and time and effort, I would have a wind generator. That would be my first. My second is, again, if I had the land, the right shape to the land and the right equipment, I'd put in a thermal loop, geothermal loop in the ground. They're expensive as a first-time thing to put in, but they pay for themselves, and they last and last and last for years and years and years. Well worth the money, virtually maintenance-free. Once they're set up and running properly, very little maintenance. So that's what you want in a system. The least amount of maintenance, the better. Up in Alaska, I don't know if you could tap into some of the hot springs. Who knows? I don't know. So, food, canned goods, beans, and more beans. If you can get rice, buy it in whatever quantity you can get. Rice, beans, canned goods. That'll get you through until more food arrives. Don't count on all the mountain house type dried foods. They're really expensive, and for the most part, they're all bought up. It's hard to get them. You can get a lot of all the flavors that nobody else wants. You might be able to get some of that stuff, but for any of the things that is really popular, hard to get. This is starting to go on long, and so I'll cut it off here. You have a good time up there in Alaska, my man. Signing off, Michael.